do make a comment. We shall feature your comments on screen. And if you've got any questions about what's happening in the UK, then you can ask us. Right, where do we begin, Peter?
I'd like to begin by congratulating you. You were saying yesterday you had 1,000 people view your website. Would you like to tell me about that?
Oh, yeah, surely. Basically, I'm just going to make one alteration because I'm aware that I am... Right, okay, that should be better. Okay, we're better now. Right, okay, yes, a week ago, I started putting live video onto the website on the basis that that's where we want people to actually watch it, because we want them to read our blogs and to look at our shop and everything. And I researched technology over 5 weeks, and yes, the number of views per day is now over 1,000. Peter, I got up to 1,200 yesterday. And
right, so is that your actual own website, WebDoc?
Yeah, it's livevideotraining.net.
Okay, where are they finding you?
Basically, I'm posting on Facebook and I'm tweeting and I'm doing posts on LinkedIn as well.
Great, that's good.
Yeah. So that's basically where I'm getting the news out. And of course, I'm talking, the content is new to everybody because nobody's been doing this because it's been too expensive until now. So it's something which I feel is the way that broadcasting is going to go. Rather than going live just on Facebook and YouTube, you go live on your own website to attract people to your website. They can read about your products and services whilst they're listening, because we know from experience that people will be listening to this and doing something else. Yeah. But if they're doing something else, you might as well be doing it on our website. So today we're live on 6 different web pages, and I'll post a link. But
where's all these web pages coming from? Hi, Chris.
Sorry?
Where's all these web pages? Is it your own personal ones?
It's my own personal it's my own website. It's where I blog all about the broadcasts I do on Be.Live in the Be.Livers group. I write about tech things, like I'm writing about broadcasts on the web at the moment. I write about being a DJ. In fact, I write about anything that's interesting, really.
It says that's on one site.
It's one site, but the video is on different pages. Hang on.
Different pages, right? You're confusing me there. David Withington, you know that chap.
Okay, I'm coming back. Just give me a second. Okay, I'm going to post a link.
Right.
Right, so the link is being posted. Right. Every time I write a blog post, that creates a web page. Yeah. On every blog post, I put the video. So on this website, if you go to blogs, you will see a page for Blabbing for Britain, which we're on at the moment. You'll see a page for Nick Wood and I on Monday. You see a page for Ask Angelica. Every broadcast that I do has got a page with more information about the broadcast. All the videos that we've ever done from YouTube, and an overview of who we are and what we talk about. So each page it's our profile. It's Blabbing for Britain's profile. It's how we started and who we are and what we talk about. So as well as actually watching and listening to the live video on the Blabbing for Britain page, you can also read all about us and make comments there as well.
And that's good. Have you been able to converse with people saying, "Oh, thanks for coming in. Where did you find us? What made you come here?" Have you done anything like that yet?
Not yet. It's only been going 7 days. The idea is over the weeks to actually do what you're saying and actually have the web page open and respond whilst live. And the other thing I'm going to do this weekend is I'm going to set up there on the right hand side all my affiliate links, so that if people want to try Be.Live or Restream, then they can click the link. It doesn't cost them anything, and they can have a free trial. And then when they finish the free trial, and they pay, then I will get some income. So that's the end game.
See, now you've made me think. Well, for those of you who don't know, I've got my own little business up here that I run, and I think I'm probably going to pay that £50 a month, okay? Because that £50 a month, I'm then going to put it on my web page, okay?
Yeah.
And if I do things live in it, if I don't do it live, it's going to be there, and then direct people to the web page, and that'll be better for SEO. Correct me if I'm wrong there.
Oh yeah. No, you're not wrong. I mean, the more you do on your website, the more people will visit it. Simple as that. And the thing is that if you're investing time on Facebook and YouTube to build a reputation in the hope that people will come back to your website, then that's a hope. If you're actually getting people to actually watch you live on the website, then that's happened. That is happening.
Yeah.
People are watching us live on the website now. One of whom is, let's go over here.
Yeah.
David, hello from Corinda. Hello, Corinda. And David, our video friend, is saying you can watch us in both places right now. And that's true.
He's from InVideo, a user of InVideo. Hi, David.
That's right. Yeah. And say hello to Corinda. And Corinda is saying, breaking news, Clubhouse Android updates, RSVP for events by tapping the bell icon and you'll receive notification reminders.
I've never even bothered with Clubhouse. Do you know that?
Neither have I, Peter. There's only so many things you can do. And the fact that we enjoy being on live video, why would you take a step back and go to audio only?
Yeah.
And the thing is that when it came out on iOS, everybody flocked to it and said, this is the place to be. And the marketers said, I can talk to lots of people at the same time in one place. So the marketers went on board. And then the curve went up and up and up, and more people joined.
Yeah.
And now what's happening is it's going down again.
Yeah.
And there are fewer and fewer downloads of the system. And so the release on Android has happened as the iOS people have stopped using it. So I think it's just one of those apps that was famous for a little while.
Yeah.
And I can't think of any reason for actually going there. I know the person that does make great use of it, I can see John's in the studio, is Linda West. Now Linda is in the States, and she's built a club of 1,000 people because she got in there early. She borrowed it. This is a true story.
Yeah.
I've got noises. John's up to something.
No. Nothing here.
Just a minute. Rather than me just hearing what's going on in the background, let's take one of these down. I'm going to hide that one and bring this one in. And morning, John.
Oh, gee.
I'm on my phone.
It's Dave Lee, Travis.
Yeah, just sit back a bit.
Hang on.
Right.
That's it.
That's good.
Just adjusting the stand.
Yeah. Okay, good. Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning. I've got no broadband, so I'm coming in via my phone.
And it's very good as well. You come up very clear.
It got to be said. I mean, the picture from a phone, the quality of the picture from a phone is better than the quality from our desktop cameras.
Yeah.
It's on 5G, so hopefully it should be good.
So when you watch this back, you'll be impressed.
Oh,
In
right.
fact, I go so far as to say you might come in by phone next week as well.
No, it's not very practical.
Okay. Yeah, so we're just talking about Clubhouse. And it's down on
a waste of time.
Right.
That's
we're all agreeing, or is it just that we're middle-aged? Well, we're old men now. You two are older, but not me.
Thank you, Peter. Yeah, I was just saying that
Sorry.
it's sorry, Peter. It's past its peak now.
Yeah.
People, not as many people are downloading it as there were a couple of months ago when it was all the rage.
Yeah.
And the only person I know, every time we move John, we get a noise. The only person I know who's making who's making any use of it is Linda Sunshine West, and she's made great use of it. She's built a group of 1,000 people, and she can go live there, and she's found a home. Right, let's catch up with the comments while John's adjusting the set.
I'm not even touching it. My hands are down in my lap.
Right,
Hello, Greg of Galway.
Okay, thanks, mate. And let's go with Corinda. I'm watching 3 placed on YouTube, website, and Facebook. Yes, we're everywhere. Blabbing for Britain is taking over the world. And we say hello to Gregor and good morning. Corinda Singh, only one for me, Facebook. Okay, but if you could watch 3 of us, technically it is possible, and it's on the Android phone. And right, and Chris from Belgium is saying, I got into Clubhouse by invitation from Irene, but I don't use it very much because I don't have enough time. That's the other thing. There's only so many things you can do with your time, Peter.
Sorry, I just got a wee message here. Okay. Yeah, carry on. Yeah.
There's only so many things you can do with your time, and Clubhouse is not number one, is it?
Yeah. I mean, I've got things here that I've got to get a YouTube channel up and running. I've got too many old things that I've got to get a grip of, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So now that we've got a trio, it's welcome to the show, Blabbing for Britain, episode 279. And I'm going to mention one gentleman, and you've only got to mention his name to create an argument somewhere. Did you see what his testimony yesterday? He gave testimony for 8 hours to the Commons committees.
Cummings.
Yeah.
Wow, he should be Mr. Goings, shouldn't he? A man has already lied multiple times. What's the point in listening to him?
And that's what the Conservative Party are relying on, the fact that he has cooked his goose as far as the public are concerned and nobody believes him. But I have to say that listening to him yesterday, he did tell a credible story. Peter's not moving. Now, it's either because it could be on the phone. So we'll come back to that. Go over to Corinda. And Corinda is saying, yeah, I built as well. And Peter's back. When Twitter Space is coming out for everyone. Yeah, okay. When Twitter Space is coming out for everyone, I don't know, Corinda, but that'll be another time sink. Dominic is a nightmare. That's Corinda's take. Peter, we're just talking. Did we hear about Arundel Castle? No, Gregor, could you tell us more, please? We're just talking, Peter.
Yeah, Dominic. Okay. And then somebody decided to text me, you see.
Yeah, Dominic Cummings. Did you watch it yesterday?
Yes, I did watch some of it. Yeah. Would it be great if you all got the chance to sit and speak about the boss that sacked you? No, wouldn't it be great? And the party's sitting there rubbing their hands just now, going, "Yes, look at this," until it's their turn. And they don't like it so much. So yes, he's having a bit of payback. He's getting back at his enemies. And but this is what I would say: if you want another job, chum, who's going to touch you? Because you're a grass.
Well, hang on, over to Corinda. Dominic is a right. Okay, Corinda, he doesn't care about people with disabilities. Okay, so I mean, we're set for a genuine inquiry in April 2022, which is getting closer. That will probably take 6 to 9 months to report, if not 12 months. And then Peter will find out the objective truth, if there is such a thing. But he certainly, I mean, what he said was to a large extent credible, but not any government would have got it right. I think anybody would have been in a big hole to begin with.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about something less contentious but relevant. And this is relevant to the three of us. I don't know about you, but you were feeling crook last week, John. Peter, you
Bit crook today.
right, and I've been feeling
cropped yesterday until night time. I did feel ill during the day, really ill, and then at night time I perked up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same. There's something going on, but President Biden has ordered an investigation into the virus origin, as lab leak theory debated. And there are only two ways the virus could have been released. One is animal to human contact, and the other is from a lab. And CIA and others are saying that it was a lab.
Yeah.
And it is.
There's a lot of backtracking recently with everything.
Yeah.
A lot of backtracking. You know?
Totally. So, I mean, obviously the investigation will take place and we'll actually find out. But if it is a lab, then it's beggars belief. I mean, you think...
have to watch what we say because you've mentioned the word on here.
Right, okay. If we're to get taken off, we can't get taken off air on the website, Peter. Nobody's in control of that. We're going to stay on the website, come what may. Well, no, you see, this is the other thing. The other thing about this, Peter, is if we were just broadcasting to the website and we weren't being watched by Facebook and YouTube, we could be more open in what we said.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And many more people are doing it right to their website.
Yeah. Well, I want to get 100 businesses broadcasting to the website by the end of next March. That's my target. That's my target.
Businesses to come to you to go to your place to talk. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, basically, I'm golden because I would use Be.Live to do it.
Right.
And I've got an affiliateship with Be.Live, so
you're not going to make a charge?
No, I can do it if they get the Be.Live through me. Then that's it.
Okay. Yeah.
It's all coming together. Okay, now
you've worked hard at it. Well done.
Right. Okay, and between you and I, the affiliate commission is north of 20%. So
yes.
Right. Okay, so we'll go off away from the virus. Well, do we want to go to France?
No.
France? No, we're not going to France. We said this last week. We're never ever going to France, and they've imposed a quarantine on UK travellers, and this is going to happen increasingly. Okay, now church services on Sunday. Angelica gave a reading at church, St James's Church in Devizes, and this was the first live in-person service for 14 months. And you had to book your place, just like you got to book for the National Trust. And the church itself was a quarter full, and there was a waiting list for tickets. But this is a step towards getting back to normal for people to be able to go to church on Sundays. The added bonus is that St James's and many other churches have got a situation now where St James and other churches have got a situation now where they're all set up to broadcast on YouTube. And so the church services are now in person and on YouTube, which is absolutely brilliant. I mean, they've taken to live broadcasting of services, which is great for anybody who can't attend church. Hello, John.
Has Peter gone?
Peter is on a phone call.
All right.
Okay, so he made a signal, which was just switch my camera off for a moment. Okay. So I did. Right, over to comments. And okay. All right, okay. It's that one didn't work. It's in testing, Corinda. Some comments come up automatically, some don't. If you put an emoticon in a comment, then it should show on screen, which you have. I don't know. Right, over to Corinda again. And Corinda is saying, at last, bring it into a country for animal.
Ooh.
Right, okay, yeah. The two schools of thought that COVID was the disease which an animal had, which was passed on to a human, or it was actually a disease developed in a lab in China, which accidentally escaped. And we go over to David. And that's what we're doing too. So in terms of churches, they've got the live broadcasts continuing. They're not going to stop because they're reaching people who can't make it to church. So
I'm just going to box under my stand because looking down is making my neck ache.
Okay, and every time you move, John.
Stephen, I'm back.
Yeah, I'm just get it
Peter.
that I'm not spending half my life going. That's better.
Do you know, I've just got to tell you what that was. Twice, an 0878 number coming up, like a mobile number. An Amazon purchase, we're going to charge you $399 and it'll come off your iPhone. Aye, that mobile, I don't have an iPhone, you idiot, and I don't deal in dollars. They're really getting my nerves. Sorry about that.
I keep getting loads of them. I keep blocking them.
Yes.
It's the only thing you can do is block them.
And a question from Chris: does St James's use Be.Live? No, they're broadcasting using something else to YouTube. We have a gentleman in town, and he looks after all the tech, and he's arranged it. So it wasn't put out to tender. No way. It's just done, and it works very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Church live and church streamed. Yeah, that's the way things are now. So it's very good.
It's a great thing for people that can't go to the church, and it's even a great thing. Like I had my doctor phone the other day. I would quite honestly rather have a video conference with my doctor than go to the place. I really would. What's up, Doc? Yeah.
It's easy for both of you, isn't it? Unless you've got something you actually want physically examining.
Absolutely, it'll save them time. It'll just save everything, and they can cut down the backlog budget. Yeah, what is it? Oh, Peter, I'll just give you that tablets again. No problem. Nothing changed there. Okay, on you go. I'll send it right to your chemist, and that's what I always. Let's say this. I've always said that this would come in. Use the video conference to see your doctor. And they'll just say to you, okay, I think with what you've told me, I'll arrange an appointment to give blood to the nurse. And that is the future. It really is. And we should grasp it. Grasp it. You know, when I remember a couple of years back, my doctor's retired now, and they've got a new system in to type things in to the computer to give you a prescription. And my doctor was struggling because for years and years and years, and he was writing that prescription. And I remember him getting all kerfuffled, and he says, "Oh, I'll just write you this one." But this is my doctor now. I go on to in-app. I then put in all my medication that I need again. I click a button. It tells me it's went through. They give me an email that it's been done. They give me an email to say that I'm due again. It goes to my chemist, and then they deliver it to my door. How much fuel was wasted there by me? Nothing. How much time was saved by me? Quite a lot. How much was saved by the doctor? quite a lot. This is the future. Grab it with both hands. Now, what we will have to do, we will have to teach older people and people that don't understand it. This is what we need to do. The days of conferencing are here. We know this because we've been doing it for 5 and more.
Celia gets some of that in that the doctors and the pharmacy are next door to each other, and the prescription gets passed to the pharmacy and then it gets delivered to us. So she doesn't actually have to go to the doctors.
Yeah, I think it's an absolutely wonderful way to do things. At one stage, it got bad. I was going to pay for a doctor over line because I was just so fed up the way things were going, you know?
Yeah, but it's convenient for everybody. Cost saving, time saving. There is no logical reason because everybody's been using the technology for the last 15 months.
Yeah.
Oh, to the comments. And David is saying, I look to wind up callers, which back to our previous comment, and then out to David again. And David is saying, I had a video conference with my doctor. I told him I'd broken my arm in 3 places. So he told me not to go to those places again.
Ha, ha.
Thank you, David. Thank you, David. Okay, good. Right. Okay, so church services are continuing. Right, but
Yeah.
amateur choirs are devastated at the COVID rule change in England only. That they started to gather and to practice indoors, and things were going well. Everybody was happy with it. It's a personal risk, personal choice. Do you go indoors to sing or not? And they've changed the rules, and now if you're a choir, a private choir, a voluntary choir, then only 6 people can meet indoors, which is the same as it is for private residences, and 30 of you can sing outside. So it has affected. I mean, there are so many. What's the word I'm looking for? So many contrary statements being made that it is very difficult, and it's unfair. It's unfair, but that's what it is.
The thing is, we've got to build up slowly. It's like when you get penicillin, you don't take it all in one part. We've got to ease back into this. I mean, I'm not going to go out for a meal. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to go out for a meal for a while. But I did go for a kebab the other night, a keto kebab, no bread. And I went out and I collected it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go and sit in places just now. I'm just going to, and I feel bad about it, but I'm not going to go. I could take a COVID test after a year because I went out cycling and I got a fever. You know? So I'm easing myself back into it.
Yeah, well, it technically is a personal choice. I went into Cafe Nero last week, sat on my own with a coffee, and quite enjoyed just being able to do it. The freedom of being able to do it.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a little while before we actually go out for a meal. John?
I don't know. I'm still wondering what a keto kebab is that's bread free. Does it mean you doner meats between two pieces of lettuce?
No, what you do is you don't take the bread. You don't take the pita bread because that is carbs. The meat was chicken, and I had the sauce. I'm allowed the sauce, the chili sauce, and other sauce. So I'm allowed that, and it was wonderful.
Did you have any chips?
No, I don't eat chips. I don't eat chips. I'm down to 11 stone 5. You not think I'm looking handsome again with a slim look? You could look like me if you shaved.
Oh,
What did you say?
I'm down at 10:13.
Yeah.
We have fish and chips every Friday.
Yeah. No, but I can't eat chips because it
No,
knocks
understood.
my sugar level sky high because it's full of carbs.
Right, talking about eating and food. UK has made a free trade offer to Australia despite farmers' fears. What's your take on this, Peter?
Yesterday, And it's fear mongering, because New Zealand's been sending lamb for a while. You heard of New Zealand lamb? It's sold in Britain. Okay. Now what they're doing is they'll be sending premium, expensive stuff over, stuff that I won't be buying, and things will work its way out. It makes people more competitive. It means you've not to sit there and go, this has been an easy life. It means you've got to waken up and say, right, what can I do to get my share of the market? And you've done that, Stephen, because for years we've been trying to get people to come and listen to our website and whatever. And you've proven it. You've changed your marketing tactics and you're getting all those people to your website. You can't sit back and expect it to happen. Be competitive.
That's a fair point, but the world lives by tariffs, by protecting industry, and that's the way it has been. If we all did free trade with no tariffs, no taxes when goods came in or went out of the country, then everybody would face challenges. Anyway, talking of challenges, last week there is a movement called, what's it called? I've forgotten anyway, but they barricaded the delivery depots for McDonald's.
Well, I would have them jailed because right. John, what's your view on that?
Well, they got arrested in Coventry.
Yeah.
They built some sort of out of giant canes, and then somebody sat in the top of it, so if it was moved, that person would fall and get injured. So that's their way of blocking it. And then some woman lay on the floor and chained herself to the bottom of it, and then gave an interview while lying sideways. My view is disrupting industry. Well, they deserve everything they're going to get. Protest by all means, but don't stop people earning a living.
So if I was to get everything that I don't like in life, myself, right, I'll be annoying them tomorrow. I'll do them on Wednesday. I'll do them on Thursday. I'll do them on Friday. And nobody can do anything about it because it's what I want to do. I'll lie across your roads. I won't let you move until it's your turn. Now, when the cops take you and take it, and what happens? They do nothing to them. That judge let those middle class people, which is a damn disgrace, or said, "I'll show you. Well done." I would, if I was a judge, say, "Do you know? I really admire you. That's a year to think about it." So, bang, jail.
There's protest and to actually close down a UK food network affecting millions of people. You're not going to get those millions of people on your side. When people turn up to buy a Big Mac with fries and they can't have it, then they're going to say, well, okay, this is not good, and you've lost their vote. But it's not a political party doing this. It's a movement started by private individuals to a purpose. The purpose is that they want to stop us eating meat, or they want to persuade us that we should all be vegan. Should we all be vegan, Peter?
Absolutely not. Look, I tried it for a year and I became ill, right? Now, let me tell you something. In my keto diet, I eat more meat, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, sausages, bacon. I eat more of them. I don't eat chips, which, by the way, Chris, are chips French fries? Please, right, chips in Britain are potatoes sliced up and fried. Because when I was in France, we went down to France as a soldier and we had to go into French barracks to get some food. And I can understand why that lot are thin, because they didn't get much. And when we went down the guy says, these French are, would you like chips? And we're going, oh, wow, chips. And he threw down a bag of crisps.
Yeah, well,
I
that's
blame the Americans.
for you.
Eh?
Chips are crisps in America.
Yeah.
French fries.
The situation on this is that there are chips and chips. If you go to McDonald's, you'll get whatever effectively French fries, which they're reconstituted, aren't they?
The what, sorry?
I don't think they are these days.
All right, okay. But you French fries, long, thin, and proper fish and chips are thick and wonderful. Okay.
I actually eat chips, but my chips are celeriac
Mm-hmm.
with paprika and salt in them. Lovely jubbly. It's my chips now. Very, very low carb. Right.
Right. Okay. And we're on to some good news. I hope. If I can find it. Just a minute. I'm hunting for it. It's got to be somewhere. It's not been confirmed yet, but Nissan are in talks to build a huge UK battery factory for their electric cars. Now, they manufacture cars in Sunderland, and they're looking to build a new plant to manufacture the batteries to go into the cars, which is absolutely excellent news. I've been fortunate. I worked with a company who supplied Sunderland, Nissan, and we went up for a visit and a tour of the factory, and it is an amazing place. It's automated to the nth degree, and they work the just-in-time system, and it's just a wonder of British workmanship and British engineering.
I'll have to go for 2 minutes, guys. Sorry about that.
Okay.
I'll just mute.
I've hidden Peter. Peter will be back in a moment, so it's down to me and John. So the good news is, John, that Nissan... Right, that's an automatic comment coming through, Corinda.
They want to build it in Sunderland as well, don't they?
They do, yeah. Well, logistically, it makes sense because they build it next door to the place that makes the cars. Yeah?
Yeah. Coventry City Council are trying to turn Baggington Airport into one of these mega factories.
Oh, good. Good.
No, is it good? Get rid of the airport and have a mega factory in the green belt? Doesn't sound great to me.
All right.
I'd rather have an airport which is at least pretty much green.
Yeah, but is an airport green? Right. Okay. Now this affects this affects everybody watching wherever in the world you are. News today that James Bond has been sold. Well, to be more precise, Amazon has bought MGM for 8.45 billion. Now, this is most excellent news for all Amazon Prime subscribers, because it means that Amazon have now got access to the full MGM back catalogue, including the aforementioned James Bond.
Yeah.
And all the films that MGM have made since they actually started filming. And it's true. It's true. It is really true. We will be able to watch literally thousands of more films on Amazon Prime, which is good news. And I'm just waiting for a signal for Peter, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to being able to watch all the back catalogues of MGM films on Amazon Prime. This is Amazon Prime taking on Netflix, and more power to them, because we all win.
I think this using the phone is actually uncomfortable when you're used to looking up at your camera on the top of your screen. It's concentrating on such a small object Really makes your neck ache.
Is that one of those that hangs over the computer?
Do you have one of these?
Well,
Do you have a
it's up
stand?
stand now.
Is it an adjustable stand? Well, obviously not.
Well, I can adjust it.
That didn't work well.
It's actually a tablet stand.
Okay. We're live. Okay.
Stephen, where do you hang that in front of your computer, Stephen?
What, this?
Yeah.
If I'm going live on the phone in the house, then I would have it over to the side and just turn towards it. Yeah.
I did see a thing on the internet. It actually hangs down the middle of your screen where I'm looking now, right?
Yeah.
And it's perspex.
All right. Okay.
And you put your camera bang in the middle, so I'd be looking at you right like that. Am I looking at you now?
Yeah.
That's what it does, so I might get that. Sorry, I had to go there. Right.
Okay.
What did I miss?
Right. We talked about Nissan and their batteries. I think that's when you left us. We were still talking about that.
Yeah.
We then went.
I've got a bit of news on car injury. And because of Brexit, I'm still waiting. And a guy put out a post. He says, if you're waiting for a new van, you might not get one until 2022.
Oh, wow.
That's how bad it is.
Yeah. Right, the other thing we talked about, Peter, is Amazon have bought MGM, which means that they've got access to MGM's back catalogue, including James Bond.
Yeah. Well, good, because I'll tell you something, I've got Amazon Prime and I've got Netflix. And I find it hard to watch things on Amazon. I'm just not doing it for me lately. I like the originals, you see. I like Amazon original, Netflix originals that they make.
They would have been. Sorry, Peter.
What did I say was it the other day? That you won't be going to the View cinema, you'll be going to the Amazon cinema.
Mm-hmm.
They will buy all that sort of places up.
That's true. I've actually, everybody's been raving about Line of Duty, and all 6 series are on the iPlayer. So we started binge watching. I can only recommend it to everybody. The storylines are good, the acting is brilliant, it's credible, and it's edge of your seat stuff. So Line of Duty on BBC iPlayer is something to catch up on.
I feel I did watch it, but I think it's went its course now. I think they should end it now.
What's the jump the shark, you think?
Sorry?
It's jumped the shark, which is a phrase that people use when a series has started to go downhill.
I think it's went its distance, you know.
Right. Okay, catching up with the comments, and Corinda's saying, can Amazon have a cheaper price? It's $6.99. Is it? Was it at the moment, Peter? $6.99, something like that.
I can't remember. I get Prime, which is great because I order things and get. I've actually got Business Prime as well. Did you know there was a Business Prime?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I use them both.
You don't need video with the Business Prime, though.
No. I've got them both because I buy some kit off it. Now, who's Andrew Thurwood Field? I've never seen that name before.
Just a moment. I'll go with David, and David is saying, I am GM Amazon. Amazing. And over to Andrew, who John and I know. Bond, James Bond, the real James Bond. Earlier, Sean Connery was the only James Bond.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I like Sean. He was the Bond. I had a bit in common with him. We were both milkmen.
But he became an actor and a global film star. So being a milkman wasn't anything you needed.
Screen.
Right. Okay. And Andrew is in. I'm going to get this wrong. I know. No, but I think Andrew's in Zimbabwe, John.
I can't see who Andrew is, so You don't get to see the messages.
All right.
On the phone.
Let's see them.
On the phone. Oh, it's Andrew Field.
All right.
Oh yeah, I think you'll find he's in Zimbabwe. Yeah.
So we
Is
are
it still
truly.
called Zimbabwe or Rhodesia?
It was Rhodesia, then it became Zimbabwe. It's still Zimbabwe.
Still Zimbabwe.
Right. What the heck is an India vaccination? Right. The virus, which is traveling the globe, mutates and it changes on a regular basis. When a new variant is discovered, it is named after the place it was discovered. It doesn't mean it was made there. It's where the mutation took place. So we've had our own variants. We've had Indian variant, and the Indian variant, we do know now that the vaccines that the three of us have had two of protect us against the Indian variant.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just it's basically, it's just a type of the virus. I mean, it just changes over time.
Yeah.
So you've had both your jabs, hopefully, Corinda, and you should be inoculated against this particular variant. There are going to be different variants over time. There's no way of actually stopping it, because the virus is going to go into hibernation and come out again, and it will be changed. And the challenge is for the vaccines to keep up, Peter. John.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, back to Andrew, and confirmation that Andrew is in Zimbabwe, and Corinda's saying hello to Chris and agreeing with what's been said, which is good. Oh, right. Corinda's learned something.
The sun has just come out in Solihull.
The sun's been out all morning in Wiltshire. Wonderful Wiltshire. This is it. Sorry, this is an early summer. It's going to stay 18 to 20 degrees for the next couple of weeks.
So I can put my tomatoes and cucumbers out now, can I?
You can. There isn't going to be another frost this year, John, until we get to winter. Now is a good planting time, and it's good to be able to know that we went for a walk yesterday, and we thought this is the first time since before the election started we've just been able to go for a walk and not deliver leaflets or get wet. We can go out for a walk now, Peter, with our cameras and just enjoy the scenery.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking of getting a GoPro.
Okay.
You know? I think I've got as many. I'm going to try and go to Zipped Up Life, which is I made a website for Zipped Up Life.
Okay.
About my bypassing. I think I'm going to try and put everything to that and work away from there and just have that one YouTube and say, oh, did you know I've got a pest control business? Boof, send it to that. And did you know why is my green screen doing that today?
Doing what? Mine's switched off.
Mine's just moving about.
Mine's really good.
See. No,
yeah.
It's not
solid.
It's not doing its job today. Look.
Really? Your lighting changed?
I've got a new chair.
All right. Have you recalibrated?
No, I'll have to do that. Maybe. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So, Chris, you made me laugh. I'm sure. Won't support it. Okay.
Chris, you made me laugh yesterday on the show. I tried to watch it again, but my browser won't support it. Well, I don't know which. If you're talking about the Restream show, then you can play it on Chrome. I don't know that browsers should actually stop it from running. We don't say anything untoward. We've not been blocked anywhere. It's I mean, we don't say anything. Well, we're friendly folk. We are. 8 of us from around the globe. Okay. So, where do we go next? I'm running out of stories, guys. Oh, I've got one story.
Where do I begin?
Matt Hancock. Right, okay, that's enough of him. I just want to get the story in. Right. Okay. That's it. I'm afraid we're out of news.
All right. Okay. Let's think. Right. I'm going to wait to pay a visit to someone I haven't been for 3 years. A chiropractor.
Ah.
I'm going to
Okay.
wait and get. I had a bit of a shoulder issue. What do you call it? Frozen shoulder. So I'm going to wait to have a look and get looked at. 89 quid, and then take it from there. Because this year I want to be in good health.
Yeah.
I want to be in good health. That's one of my objectives this year, to be in good health.
Right. That's mine too. We've got this showing on screen. We've got Fitbit inspired 2s, Angelica and I, and the idea is that we're going to try and get more and more steps in. Yeah, because we're on this 1,000 miles in the year challenge, and
Yeah.
Angelica is way ahead of me at the moment. So I've got to go on some long walks with my camera to actually try and catch up. Right. Okay. And we had a question earlier from Corinda. How is Burnley FC? End of season, still in the Premiership, 11 points ahead of the next, and all good. And
They lost a title this year.
did they?
Yes, for the last N years, they've been the club run on the most economic basis.
Yeah.
But they lost that to Leeds this year.
Oh, Leeds are phenomenal at the moment, aren't they? Yeah. Well, congratulations to Leeds. Corinda is talking to Chris. Right. Okay. And then we're coming in.
Just trying to see if the internet's come back, but it hasn't.
Right. Okay. Corinda, the football season has ended. Everything's closed down. There's no more football until September. We're taking the summer off, football-wise, which is probably a good idea. Right. Okay. And yeah, on Chris's show, on the show yesterday, Chris told us, she confessed about why she was always afraid to do things wrong and what was the cause of that. And over to Corinda, and he needs one too. Okay. So yeah, getting fit, Peter.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, we don't have allotments to go to.
You've see when some little thing bugs you, does it bug you too? When someone's annoying you like this. Right, that's better. I think it was my jacket there.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So weekends. What I'm away cycling this weekend. I'm the runs leader this weekend. We'll be doing what they're told by me. Probably do about 20 mile on Saturday. Yeah.
That's good. That's definitely keeping fit.
Yeah.
And out to Corinda, Stephen, do you have Amazon Live, or is it any other countries? I don't have. I could go live on Amazon like Marco Novo, our good friend, but I don't have an iPhone, and there are too many things going on. Peter and I were talking about this at the beginning of the show, and you can't be everywhere. And I'm dipping out on Amazon in preference to actually going broadcasting on the web. But Marco's he's doing well.
Yeah. But the secret, Corinda, is get your own website and get people to it. We were talking last week, John. There's a guy I watch that you won't watch, and he's really, really winding up the BBC because he used to work for the BBC. And we worked out he's got 300,000 subscribers, and he says, "Look, it's inevitable. I'm going to get kicked off of YouTube, right?" And he says, "So I'm going to take you to my own website where I can say what I want, I can talk what I want." And he says, "It's just going to cost you a couple of quid a month." That couple of quid a month, if everybody does it, is 7 million, isn't it, Stephen?
Yeah.
That we worked out.
It does mount up.
Yeah, it's quite amazing. And I know I do an old comedian, well, Jim Davidson, and He's actually been stopped this year. He's done it for about 40 years. And I think it's a Brighton Pavilion. Someone have stopped his show because he dared to speak out about something. And but he gets people paying it. I pay the subscription, you know.
Yeah. Okay. All good. Right.
Stephen, what's up? You're fidgety.
I know I'm fidgeting. I'm trying to get something going, but I can't get it working. So I'm just going to change the setup on screen.
Yeah.
Okay. So John, would you broadcast from mobile?
Isn't it?
Can you say that again, please?
Be.Live's on AppSumo at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Be.Live is an AppSumo deal of the year. It was the deal of 2020. It's the deal of 2021. Starts at $59. You can stack 3 deals. There are things that are in the full package that aren't on the AppSumo deal, but if you just want to go live, 4 people on screen, then $59 for life is the deal of the deal and steal at the moment. It's the best way to do it. I know last time round Angelica bought it. So she hasn't used it yet, but she's got it.
An investment.
How many times you bought an AppSumo deal and not actually used it?
I'm not going to discuss that one.
It's
Have you bought?
only a bargain to use it. That's the thing. Right, I'm just trying to close a few things down.
Did any of you know a guy called Kirk Pickstone? Look him up. Do you know, he's actually got a radio station. He's got DougieStoneRadio.com, and he actually goes out live with his radio podcasts. He's from your areas, and so I'm going to have a chat with him and see how he does it. But he's had a radio station for a long time that he puts out online.
Yeah. Right. Okay. John, on mobile, well done. And you've never looked so clear. Your picture is just incredibly good. As you watch the replay, you will see a whole new world has opened up. John, it's over to you.
Tell you, it's uncomfortable.
I was going to wait to say, he looks uncomfortable, so you just took the words out of my mouth.
It just doesn't feel natural, like when I'm looking at the big screen. Yeah. But I guess it'd be all right if you're on holiday or you were down the allotment or somewhere like that. Anyway, it sounds like it's time for me to say it's goodbye from him up there in Scotland and him down there in the southwest, and our missing man from Stoke who couldn't be with us today because he's got work to do. So it's goodbye from me, goodbye from them, and same place, same time next week.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. And yes, as far as I know, there is an inspired by him video at 4 o'clock today.
Well,
I don't know.
Creating.
We're going to discuss that now. Bye, everybody.
Oh.